In today's video, I'm going to show you a few extreme Forex trading signals or readings happening in the markets right now and things that you should definitely be paying attention to if you're trading in today's environment starting out here in January 2022. Let's get into it. Okay, so 2022 is starting off with a bang. We're seeing the dollar make some serious moves. We're seeing things like the Japanese yen dropping off a cliff, which we've been talking about in the recent videos. We've been seeing gold make a stab back at trying to push higher, but there are some signals that I want to show you guys today that are very eye-opening and should be a big concern to traders out there right now. So what is it exactly? Well, let's go check out the retail sentiment tab on the old website, shall we? A1trading.com. This is our website. You guys are free to use this site anytime you like. All you do is you head over to the front page here, A1 Trading, and if you just scroll down and click retail sentiment, you can check out the latest as to what other retail traders are doing. And this can be very, very valuable information. And I want to talk about some very important signals that are popping up right now in the markets that could lead to huge cues or trend setups for the market going forward. Okay, so let's talk about this. What I've noticed in the last few days and even weeks really is that there are some extreme readings popping up on the retail sentiment side of things. Usually you get a chart that kind of looks like, I don't know, something like this, like Euro New Zealand, right? It's like 60% short, 40% long, nothing crazy, you know, a slight bias towards retail traders are shorting it. So maybe you want to be long, right? But right now, you guys, we're seeing some extreme readings that I haven't seen in a while. But for example, like Pound New Zealand, right? Pound New Zealand, 75% traders are short, 24% are long. But really, the biggest interest for me is the stuff up there at the top. So let's scroll back up there and let's look at this together. The big major playing currency pairs right now, the ones that everyone trades. I'm talking about euro dollar, dollar yen, pound yen. Those are the ones that are like really popular among Forex traders, and they're all signaling huge signals. Let's talk about that right now. So again, I use retail sentiment. If you're newer to my channel, you may not know that, but I use this very frequently to kind of gauge what the crowd is doing. And if you know what the crowd is doing, like the retail crowd, we know that the retail crowd tends to lose money. And so when we take a look, for example, at the pound dollar, where a mass majority of the retail crowd is about 79% of retail traders are short on this market. You may be asking, where is this data coming from? By the way, this is coming from myfxbook.com, which is a very popular retail trading platform, which allows traders to track their performance, etc. So this is pulling data from all of those trading accounts and showing us that 79% of retail traders are looking at the pound and they're saying this thing's going down. And we're going to come back to this in a second, but let's go look at pound dollar together. And if we go over here, we type in Gbp Usd. Guys, look at this. This is so interesting. The market is rallying. And what do we see on retail traders? Can we get just a quick rewind for a second? The pound dollar, where a mass majority of the retail crowd is about 79% of retail traders are short on this market. Okay, so we could see they're very short biased, meaning they think the market's coming down, right? And they don't think that the market's, coming down. They don't mean they sold it right here. Maybe some did, but most retail traders are actually short from back here, and they're holding on to a loser. What this potentially shows us, you guys, is that this could be a large short squeeze going on some of these major currency pairs going into the new year, where essentially smart money traders are running the stops on a lot of traders. So you have to think there's a lot of retail traders who are like, okay, let me short it on a pullback, short, right? And then now they're just fighting the trend, and all of their stop losses. You got to think if Joe Mama took a trade right here, right? He sold the market right here, and then he put a stop here, and he's getting stopped out, or he sold here and he's getting stopped out up here. They're basically running that stop loss and collecting up all that profit. So this is what we would call, in some cases, you could argue it's a short squeeze against retail traders who are massively picking up short positions on the pound dollar. So what does that tell us? Well, it tells me that I want to be long predominantly, maybe not on pound dollar. I think there's some other ones that I like personally better from a fundamental perspective, but from a sentiment analysis perspective, this is telling me that the crowd is shorting. The crowd is trying to sell this rally rally. And so for me, that means don't try and get in front of this train. It seems like maybe, in fact, there may be some opportunities to look for continuation plays on pullbacks going forward. Now, I want to add one more thing. I mentioned that they're short right now, right? We can go back to it again one more time, and it's 79% short, but they're not short at today's price levels. In fact, check this out. The average short price right now is this level here. I'm gonna actually literally copy that, and I'm gonna go show you guys something kind of cool. If we get a horizontal line here, grab this, and then I'm just gonna punch in those coordinates. So if I just go bam, check this out. When I'm gonna click OK here, this is showing us the average retail trader's entry position on pound dollar. They are literally short from way back here and still holding on to the trade. What we see so often, I've been doing this for a while on YouTube. I'm been trading for like 5 years and on YouTube for like 2.5 or something like that. And what I can tell you is that through my experience, what I've noticed is that retail traders, what they do is they short with no stop loss, they buy with no stop loss, and they just hold on to a losing position for a very long time until it blows their account. So from all that data that we looked at, the average entry is way down here, which is, by the way, it is a whopping 175 pips away from current price. So we put all this data into account. What we see is that there's kind of a short squeeze going on. And how do we play it? Do we try and be mean and go against the retail traders? Yes, we play the bad guy, right? And this is nothing, I'm not trying to be mean to anyone. This is just the Forex market. It's an aggressive and cutthroat place. You have to use the data that you have available to you, and you can't trade like every other retail trader is trading, because they are very often hunted by big market players. That's just the name of the game. That's how this game works, right? It's nothing evil or mean. It's just how you make money in this game, is you trade against traders who basically they know less, right? They're less informed, they have no strategy, and that's just the nature of the game. So let's repeat this process and take a look at a couple different currency pairs right now together. If you guys would like to learn more about using retail sentiment as well as fundamental data to drive your trading and give yourself an edge, the place to be is our trading community. We're currently doing 22% off for the new year, and we'd love to invite you to come join us. There's a link down below in the description, and if you use the promo code, you get access to trade alerts, our chat rooms, educational material on all the stuff we're talking about in this video, and much, much more. What I would love for you to do is, if you have any interest at all, just scroll down, click this link, and go through the page on your own time. Maybe after this video, you can pause this video or come back to it, and you can just plug in the promo code, and it's gonna take 22% off of your membership for a limited time. If you're serious about trading, this is the place to be. We're no nonsense, all about real Forex trading, keeping it real. And we have a full staff here in Atlanta, Georgia that sponsors and supports this community. So with that said, let's get back to the video. Dollar yen is the next one I wanted to take a look at with you guys. Dollar yen, I'm gonna go ahead and copy this short price again so I can show this to you. But dollar yen right now is 85% short by retail traders. That's a massive figure. To know that as dollar yen, which I know off the top of my head is rallying like crazy here on the daily chart and on the 4-hour chart, right? We can see this thing is a beautiful, strong upward trend. If we get our horizontal line out, we repeat the process. Let's make it blue so we can kind of see where this is, where they bought, right? And look at that. There's a line way down here. They sold... Sorry, yeah, they shorted. Actually, I should have made this red. That is confusing. I'm sorry.
We'll make it blue. Oh, no, dear, pink.
They shorted down here. So they are short on the pound yen, betting that will go down all the way from here. So there are retail traders who are shorting, and they're just getting absolutely smoked by this major move to the upside that we're seeing. Instead of ever being on the side of the winning trades, what we see so often is retail traders constantly fight strong trends. That is something I'll say again because it was an eye-opener for me in my trading. What we see so often is retail traders essentially always going against the great moves that happen in the currency market with no stop loss and hoping and praying that things will turn back around. If you got something out of that, do me a favor, just hit that like button. That would make it all worth it to me. That would be really appreciated. Thank you for supporting the channel. But yes, the idea here being dollar yen rallying. And what are the traders doing? The average trader is shorting. They're fighting this move and they're getting hurt because of it. So we can use that information to our advantage. We head back over. Let's repeat the process again. And we'll take a look at pound yen together. 84% of retail traders shorting this market. So we jump back over. Actually, let's grab that price one more time. Go to 152.71 and let's go look at pound yen together. So pound yen, major, beautiful, strong uptrend. In fact, one that I'd like to be a part of if it does give us some pullbacks. So we'll talk about it in just a second, by the way. If you stick around, we're going to talk about just a couple ways to trade this or approach this. But these are signals that I think are so important for us to be paying attention to as retail. If you want to be a successful retail trader, you kind of need to know what all the ones that aren't successful are up to. And so we see all the traders short from these levels. So now that we've talked about this signal, now that we've talked about this very important information that's coming out right now, what can we do about it? Well, in my opinion, if we know that they're running stops and collecting, blown accounts right now, if that's what's going on with big money and or potentially what's happening, right? Unless fundamentals change, I think that fundamentally this backs a nice, strong move against the yen. And that's why we've been talking about that on the channel. That's why we've been focusing and covering on this for the last few weeks within our content. So when you look at this, I like the idea of pullbacks, right? So keeping all of this in mind, we know that retail traders are net super short on this. So anytime price starts to pull back, I am personally looking at that as an opportunity to pick up long positions and to go with the flow of traffic, not to try and fight it like most of the retail traders are doing. Again, that's not my opinion. That's not me trying to sound arrogant. That's just what we see in the data, and that's what we should use, is we should use the data, right? So again, that's the idea. So euro yen, another one, probably a very similar story, but going off the ones that we looked at, dollar yen, for example, maybe a pullback to areas of consolidation could be of interest to me, right? Something like that. Maybe a pullback here could be good. I'm just looking at different potential areas where we could find some buying interest to continue that overall trend to the upside. Is this a guarantee that this is going to work? No, it's just stacking the odds. That's all this is about. When it comes to trading, it's risking small, stacking the probabilities in your favor, and over time profiting more than you're losing. And if you're able to do these concepts over and over, back test them, spend the time to, demo test, and then slowly take it onto a live account, then you're far more likely to become a profitable trader, if I could speak, than someone who is just out there gambling and throwing money around and kind of just aimlessly hoping that the market will go their way. So if you got something out of this video, hit that like button, and we'll see you next time. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching today's video. There are more videos available on our channel here and here, so go ahead and click into that for some more free trading content. With that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time.